Hello, I thought I would drop in and do another little cosmic show and tell um, around the galactic fire. I've had some pretty intense dreams about the fire last few days, and I wanted to share a little bit about where I am at this point with my art and kind of the channeling and creative work that I do. As I've said before, I'm doing some cards called Inner Child and Inner Ancient cards, because I feel like we're kind of navigating new areas of this child within us as we explore this divine child within. There's many more, sort of much more within this masculine, feminine, divine child. It needs to be creative, it needs to be brave, it needs to be an explorer of the light. And I feel like that's what we're all being called to do, to be this divine child of the light and to explore. I've been sort of, I've been working on this painting, which is an element within the, sorry, my internet went down then, within this sort of new light sort of structures, there is a new hierarchy of energy within it. And so I feel like I am that child, that divine explorer. You know, I've got my kit on and I'm exploring what's in the light now. How is it? How are these structures? And people can say things to you, but what does it feel like? How does it feel to go there, to, you know, contact your inner unicorn, dragon, the earth, other universes, and you know, using ancient knowledge, modern, all the modern kind of ideas and nuances that are kind of coming into being at this time as well. So for me, there's been a lot of structures which are to do with these kind of spirals, connecting in with Earth. The Golden Age is kind of like another frequency, really. It's, you know, everything that we create as humans is being activated, you know, in that we are activating in our minds is being created in the universe. So it always has been, but we didn't know it. So I guess this is the difference now. We are more conscious as a humanity of this power that we have, a collective hello hello, for collective knowing. Oh, I have somebody somebody there, that's nice. We have this kind of collective knowing now of this evolving consciousness, and collective responsibility for ourselves, individual souls, and for the earth. So yeah, I mean, I draw everything that I'm a member of a regular healing group, and this is kind of been doing it over the last 3 years, but I have noticed this kind of this one's actually to do with this rebalancing of the yin yang kind of into this new crystalline grid of Christ light, which is another kind of concept. I mean, there's loads of words that we're using that at the moment, you know, I feel like they are defining something which will be further defined, because when I connect to spirit, it's kind of very much the messages that I'm getting, that we are these divine explorers at this point, co-creating this magic on earth. And I have also, I don't know, behind me another painting which is to do with enlightenment. It's the sun and the moon, which is when the sun and the moon come together, and we could think of that as masculine and feminine. And we have a star, galactic star, and have a sort of a male female figure, sort of with both kind of elements, and this is the soul sovereign. It's kind of a regal aspect. So this is, these are kind of based off kind of my own kind of characters, which could be said based off, you know, I did study Chinese characters, I studied Mayan characters, and actually it is the Mayan New Year as well, beginning of the Mayan New Year. So you have all these energetic new portals of kind of energy which we can access. I mean, before they would have been accessed by particular tribes, but now, or belief systems. Now there are many systems coming together, and how they all kind of settle into place is part of this kind of magic I feel that's happening now. And I've been in some ways mapping it, you know, and drawing it, writing about it, and started to kind of collate it into what I feel are kind of going to be key structures. One of them is kind of to do with this kind of golden frequency, golden light frequency. Another is to do with these sort of the divine child. Another one is, you know, these the masculine and feminine energies, and the realigning of these within each one of us, but also within the earth itself, because we and earth, we are always in this beautiful dance together. And as we evolve as a humanity, each breath that we take with this different consciousness, soul to soul, heart to heart, you know, our heart to Mother Earth's heart, our hearts connecting with each other. This is really something that's quite magical that's about to happen. It's already happening, and I feel like the beginning of this Mayan calendar, the new sort of is also a really pivotal point. And I realise, you know, I've been sort of, I used to be quite an academic before and studied these things as dry facts, but now I'm sort of inhabiting them, and I feel like that's almost what's happening in the world as well. Like, there was a lot of things that are around us, and for me there's many things that I'm sort of exploring and trying to bring to life through my experience of them, experiencing things individually and within circles. Within a circle, it's very different how things are experienced, the amplification of energy, and then the more times that circle connects as well, anchoring more energy, light, grounding, and the focus, you know, how we'll be steering the ship of our lives, the ship of our soul, the ship of the earth. You know, it's all powerfully interconnected. Whether we are thinking of, you know, we're talking about things that maybe, you know, in the past people would have dismissed. Now a lot more people are actually having this discussion with us, and we are realizing that we are co-creating the earth together. And with that comes a certain level of responsibility. I would like to say an ability to respond, which is gentler. And I think this is another thing that's sort of very I'm very conscious of too, is this, you know, it's actually speaking in a different way, you know, speaking to myself in a different way, speaking to others in a different way, speaking to the earth in a different way, understanding that there is this depth that was always there, that, you know, that there is, now that we are collectively tapping into this, that there's an ability to really transform things in a way that's never happened before, as far as we know, unless it happened, you know, in many lifetimes before ours, or in another universe, which is also possible. A lot of the stories I'm actually also doing a children's story, which is, I'll just show you a couple of pages, which is also to do with this, the divine child, and the sacred fire of the universe, and about two children who accidentally catch a star, and their ability to respond to that and to put it back. And it's about being connected to the to their own hearts, but also to the heart of the universe and the heart of Gaia. It's another journey, explorative, sort of journey, but this is kind of, this came through sort of, the whole story came as one thing, one meditation. I mean, seems to be where I am at the moment. It's like things kind of coming in a big chunk, a big download of information, which I might never have actually had before. So let's see who's saying, my throat chakra feels like it's clearing. The Mayan calendar. Oh yes, the Mayan calendar is just so amazingly interesting. I mean, I went to actually, I studied the Mayan calendar and when I was a lecturer at the university, and also studied ancient Chinese characters. They always knew that this would be a powerful time. I mean, but yeah, I won't even go started there. But it is a time to, it's also a time of fire, so this is actually to do with the destruction, but it's also to do with the creation. And the fire is always this beauty, the crackle, the fire. But then there's the, destructive, if it's not consciously maintained, the fire can be destructive force. And so it is, the fire has this power to, and the Mayans believe that this particular period is to do with this kind of destruction. And in some ways I believe like the galactic fire is a really positive kind of energy, of a way of harnessing the fire for the good, and bringing people together to actually share the visions and create this new energy, which is going to be a powerful catalyst for change, which is already beginning. Yeah, so I wanted to share a little bit about my dream. I have paintings, which I think we showed enough of them for now. I'm a prolific sort of producer of images, but the dream that I had was really actually, it was an initiation in the dream, and there was a sort of a spiral which was activated on my forehead by particular groups of tribes. And actually some of these places are places that I've been, and they said that this is right time, for this activation to happen. And I don't know, I don't think you will be able to see the drawings on my sketchbook, but the spiral was like activated on my forehead, and then the vortex, it was a vortex which then went all the way through my body, down to the core of Mother Earth, and the spiral expanded in and out with Mother Earth. It's like I was breathing with Mother Earth. Such a beautiful thing to do. I mean, I just instantly felt this grounding, and to be heart-centered. I highly recommend it as a process of grounding. Breathe into the earth. Use your lungs. Use your, visualize yourself going down to the core of the earth and breathing with Mother Earth, the body as earth. Bring that energy up and breathe as Mother Earth. So beautiful to do something like that, and transformative, grounding, and instantly bringing this kind of connection, which is, I feel, another aspect, is a lot of things that we would have taken a long time to do, suddenly I think we can do very quickly, whether it's heal, connect with Mother Earth, clear energies. There's a frequency of the Earth's core which is also shifted. The resonant, the Earth's core, it's called the Schumann's resonance, has shifted significantly, which means that everything that we do, the activations are more powerful, because when there is again, I won't kind of go on into that, but of course, as the symbiotic relationship we have with Mother Earth, that of course affects us, she affects us, we affect her. So I went down to the Mother Earth, was breathing with the Earth, and as I say, it's just really lovely to do that, even like now, take a few breaths with Mother Earth, just close your eyes and breathe with her. And know that there's this beautiful divine connection between yourself and the Mother Earth. You can bring that energy up and into the light. And for me, on that, in this particular activation that happened during this session, I connected with a tribe, so the energy went down. When it came up, there was a gathering in the universe. But first of all, I went, and it was all around a fire, a galactic fire. Hey, hey. That's this fire, is it? And I was like, wow, that's the galactic fire. Earth Elders and the Galactic Fire. And at the centre were elder women. And then around that were the elders. I mean, elders who were men. And they were like facing each other. So there was a circle. As they walk, the men and the women sort of went past each other, but they were acknowledging each other. So it was like a living mandala. Then on the outside of that was women making another very large circle. And then on the outside of that were men making another large circle. And each circle was moving at a different speed. So it was like really beautiful to watch. Different tribes, people from different tribes started to come into the mandala around the edges and feeling, and some of them, of course, are already in the centre. The elders are in the centre from different tribes, but there was more coming in. So you have people coming from Southeast Asia, you have people coming in from Africa, continents that make up this earth, and the whole mandala started to kind of spin, and as it spun, it formed this vortex, and the vortex was mirrored in the universe. The vortex was mirrored in the universe, and it went out to another universe. And I kept just seeing all these beautiful spirals in the universe. And then another. And then another. And it was like, oh, wow. How many kind of universes, galaxies are there here? It's like, it really was this feeling of infinity, but also magic. And at this point, I was like, okay. Hello, is this the end now? And it was like, nope, because the next thing that happened was this amazing download of light from my crown all the way to my body. I mean, it was like my whole body felt like it was really vibrating. It was like all the molecules in my body felt like they were hello. Every molecule in my body felt like it was vibrating. And then a path appeared around me, which was also a spiral, a path to walk. And there was actually more, because there were also different. I'm actually looking through here. There was different circles that came together as well. In the gathering, different circles, healing circles. And no matter big or small, the frequency, really sort of how it contributes to this energy. healing our wounds. The wounds are the way. The wounds are the way. We all have wounds. The more honest we are about the wounding, the easier it is for us to heal. And the inner child within us can really help us to do that in a way that's fun and light, rather than a way that's all kind of really heavy and tricky, like we used to deal with it. I think, you know, there's a new way, which is really to do with this, you know, activation of the divine child. And hello from Scotland. Oh, I'm feeling the visionary. You're saying liberating. Yes. I think it's like the universe wants to say, take your power and you'll be supported. And there was a beautiful image of our group, who I've been with for quite a few years now, for 3 years. They all became dragons and went up to the universe. But there were so many other beings all coming as dragons, on dragons, with unicorns as light beings, as spirits, like all of this sort of, there was this huge surge pulling in, and there was a lot of kind of these kind of rainbow frequencies, which I think is also so another frequency. As I say, I feel like it's there's being this explorer within these new frequencies. We will learn how to navigate and use them well, I think. But we are really at the very first step. I kind of saw all of these sort of dragons rising, creating a chain, you know, of another vortex, actually, which was all these kind of dragons which were kind of coming up from the core of the earth. But they were being activated by the different groups. I've been doing a lot of work with dragons and a lot of work with clearing energy that comes up. I mean, within our group, you know, within the group, within myself, I also do theta healing as well. And actually, I will share that the last few sessions that I've done are all about the very, very, very same thing, which is actually to do with it's weird, I actually deleted it from my own energy. So obligations, you know, so it seems such a, it's an extraordinary word, but it come up a lot in different people's energy, and it obviously was mirroring something that was in my own, and how, you know, the way that we things before, how obligations are anchored within us. We feel obliged to do this for our family, obliged to do that for our organization, obliged to do things in particular ways. But actually, we need to see obligation for what it is. It's another kind of trick. It's another trick. It's not really us being that nurturing and loving to ourselves. Obligation is actually another form of you know, that sort of 3D system of doing life. We don't need to do it in that way anymore. So I mean, I think oops. So yeah. Oh, now you've got a picture of my window. Let's see if I can switch it back around. Yeah, I'll switch it back around. It's nice to share a little bit of nature there. But yeah, I mean, we can switch it around and really start to, you know, see obligation for what it is and switch it around to being compassionate with ourselves, allowing ourselves to release obligation. We can sort of close our eyes now and again connect to the Mother Earth in that way. Breathe with the earth, Mother Earth. You know, take 3 huge breaths, connecting to the Mother Earth. Be the Mother Earth. bring her energy in. Breathe. Allow your lungs to breathe in and out. And say, I see obligation for what it is. Obligations are another form of fear. They are another form of kind of illusion of doing the right thing. And just ready to let them go now. Ready to let them go. You can imagine that your unicorn and your dragon, your guardian angel, are all helping you to let that go. We can imagine it's just going now from out of our body in a cloud of smoke up to the creator of all that is. And we can say bye-bye. Let it go. Let it go. Get our inner child involved. Our inner child's so good at helping us to manage this. When we see it, we can be playful. And when you might see obligation, now that I've mentioned it, it's a funny old word, but it certainly can haunt us still. I think even, you know, as a light workers, we can get pulled into obligations, you know, and overdoing, still the same overdoing that we were doing before. We need to be honest, start to hand things over. Things can change. We need to be honest. We need to bring soul sovereignty into every single situation. So with that, I'm now going to ask for a download. Creator of all that is to come into the top of your head. You can visualize it coming in as beautiful white light going all the way through your body. And as it hits your body, that it sort of starts mixing with this golden light. It mixes with the golden light, which is from the Mother Earth, which we can walk her, we can be her, we can walk with Mother Earth's energy. I married Earth last year. I'm married to Earth now. I divorced my earthly husband and I'm now married to Earth. And so I breathe with her, him, both of the polarities. And I ask you in this moment to do the same. So now you've accepted this soul sovereignty, and wherever you are now, you can say yes, yes, yes. And you can say thank you, it's done, it is done. We can also download into our energy from the Creator compassion for getting into that whole thing. Appreciation for the lesson, appreciation for ourselves, for our energy, appreciation for that inner child within. We can download all of these things into our energy, bring the light into the inner child will guide us in a more playful way out of these tricky situations. And we ask that this is done. And say thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. Yes, yes, yes. Now we take another 3 big breaths with Mother Earth. Just breathing in and out, really expanding out into the whole of the earth. And in. Now you can put a beautiful ball of golden energy around yourself as you keep that Mother Beautiful Earth energy with you, that you are. And you keep that beautiful divine Father Sky. As we say, we have both polarities. We can have Mother Sky, Mother Earth, Father Sky, Father Earth. We have all the dimensions. This is the beauty of the new explorer, that our children, our inner children, get our inner children out, because the inner children know how to have fun with this, to heal what needs to heal in a way that's light and playful, and yeah, navigate this whole new beautiful way of being, with fun, with joy in our hearts. And my last little thing that I'm going to share before I go, because I really have chatted far more than I needed to, and it's nearly time for supper. So is I know this, it's going to be backwards, but it's I don't know if you can see, there's a figure, and there's like a little trail going into the earth here, and it's, I love and accept myself now, grounding in the truth, in the integrity of my soul to the earth. And that is so simple. It is so powerful. If we love and accept ourselves, we automatically have boundaries, we automatically have those values, we automatically can see when obligations and stuff comes that we have outgrown. We need to learn how to ask people for help. We need to learn to be able to receive help. We can do it all, and it's just going to take us a little bit of engagement with our inner child, and that integration of the masculine, feminine, which is happening. So I just wanted to hop on and say hi, and this is my little sharing, my show and tell. You know, I'll always be showing little bits of art. I'll show my fairy, because I've really enjoyed doing her in the garden. And on that note, I'm going to say, from my heart and soul to yours, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of love, and keep shining, and keep that joy in your frequency. Explore the new frequencies, like Dora the Intergalactic Explorer. So bye for now. Oh, bye.